All right, hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is CarChanneledTarot. Welcome if you're new here. I am going to be doing your pick a card for the next, not the next 48, for what people are afraid to tell you. Okay, so make sure to like the video, subscribe, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Keep in mind, this is a timeless reading. All of my readings are, even if it says next 48, the next 30 days, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so if you have not already, go choose a option, okay, in the thumbnail. That is 1, 2, and 3, okay? You got the pictures of me up. So go choose an option real quick, and then I will leave timestamps after this is over, okay? Of course, I'm going to write them down for you guys so you can have them fairly quickly after this live is over. Make sure to like the video, please, and thank you. It helps out my channel with the algorithm and everything. Okay, that is why people ask for you to like the video. Okay, it's not so much of an ego thing, it's just it helps everybody's channel. Okay, and shows appreciation. All right, so let's see. So this is going to be what people are afraid to tell you. Hopefully it sends out a notification. Let's see, and I'm going to check if the volume's all good. Mm-mm-mm-mm. All right, 1 second. I gotta make sure the volume's on and everything because it wasn't for the Scorpio reading for some reason, and I do not want to have to redo this. Welcome in, welcome in. Okay, I'm gonna keep this at a very low volume so that I can hear myself. Okay, so by now you should have chosen your pile. Okay, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and we're gonna get started. Okay. All right. Welcome in. Make sure to choose your pile in the thumbnail. We're going to get started with pile number 1. All right, so pile number 1 is going to start at 3:30. All right, so this is the topic, of course, is what are people afraid to tell you? All right, let's see. All right. All right, what are people afraid to tell pile number 1? What are people afraid to tell pile number 1? Keep in mind, we are starting the personal read raffle. Okay, so make sure to join those when I go live. You should see the ones scheduled in the live portion of my channel. All right, so, and if you want a private reading, you can also always reach out to me, email me. Okay, it's in my bio, all the information for that. All right, welcome in, guys. Welcome, welcome. All right, so pile number 1, what are people afraid to tell you? You rush too much. Okay, you need to take your time. All right. Um, Also, pile number 1, if you tend to block people like on social media or their numbers or something, um, I'm hearing defense mechanism. Okay. So some of you guys may be the type to just kind of block people out pretty quickly when something's not going right. Hence, you rush things. Okay. Whether it's good or bad. Hello. Just pick a pile in the thumbnail. Okay. 1, 2, or 3. And then I'll leave timestamps for you guys at the end of the video. All right. This is a pick a card reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Welcome, welcome. All right, let's see. But yeah, pile number one, people are afraid to tell you that you kind of make them feel unworthy, okay? Especially if you give up easy. Um, they kind of feel like you're too quick with things. Even if you feel like it's fair, right? It could be 100% valid for why you end up, leaving people or, blocking people or whatever, but some people think like you didn't even give me a chance, okay? So, you picked pile number three. All right, we will get there, and I will leave timestamps afterward. All right. Let's see. What are people afraid to tell pile number one? Oh, pile number one. People are afraid to tell you that you kind of, or this is how people feel. Of course, it doesn't have to be true, but this is what's coming out. All right. Um, People are afraid to tell you that you kind of always have somebody. Like you might date around, or you end up, yeah, you rush things. You kind of date person to person to person to person, or you have friend back to back to back to back, like different friends, or you go through friends a lot, or something like that. Or that's what people see when it comes to you, okay? People literally want you to slow down, okay? But you might have your own reasons, like I said, when it comes to, you know, why you do what you do, okay? And that's okay. Let's see. What else are people afraid to tell pile number one? Yeah, they feel like you're kind of complicated. They don't really fully understand you. Yeah, emotional intimacy issues, okay? Confirmation. Um this is this is a situation. Yeah, I don't know how else to say that. People feel like you're a player, okay? Pile number one. They feel like you move too fast. You start connections and then you end connections willy-nilly. You have a problem with emotional intimacy. You don't really want to get close to anybody. You're always on to the next. Okay. You block people too quickly. You don't give them a chance. Okay. So that's what people are afraid to tell you, pile number one. So they want you to slow down. And like I said, you don't have to slow down. You can do what you want. But people feel like you should slow down. Okay. Some of you guys might have heavy air sign or fire signs in your chart. Okay. Because that sounds like something fire and air signs would definitely do. Let's see. If you want a personal reading, my information is in my bio, okay? Yeah, look, time management. Okay. There's something majorly about time here, pile number one. Either you don't take your time, I feel like you don't take your time, um, or you struggle with time management, okay? So you could be the friend or the lover or the family member who's like, say people schedule an event, right, at 6 p.m. You show up at 7:30 just because you I don't know, you had your own stuff going on or you just don't care about, you know, uh what's the word? Punctuality, okay? You might not care about being on time, okay? So people are afraid to tell you that. So, and we have fear here too. People are afraid to tell you like, can you be on time? I don't know, you may come off as like intimidating, pile number one, okay? Because people are afraid to tell you like, can you slow down or can you be on time, okay? Let's see. Yeah, you're always moving on. I feel like people have codependency issues with you. It says I have codependency issues. Pile number one, you might just be the type who just you're not going to wait around, okay? Or you don't see a point in staying in a situation that's no longer working. Yeah. And I mean, I don't really see a problem with that, but I do understand the time management thing. Okay. So maybe work on that. Okay. If you do have that problem. Let's see. Wisdom. People judge you a lot. Okay. Pile number one. They also feel like you're going through a lot of emotions, but for some reason they won't tell you. Like they won't ask if you're okay. They're just going to think all this stuff or they're going to gossip about what you got going on or what they think you have going on in the background instead of actually approaching you. So I understand. I understand why you just get rid of people or move on pretty quickly, because who wants to deal with somebody that can't speak to you directly, you know? If all you're going to do is talk about me behind my back and what you think I got going on and what you think is happening and how you think I feel, who wants to be around that? You know, I don't blame you, pal number one, for leaving. Okay, if people can't speak directly to you, look, and talking shit at the bottom of the deck. Okay, if people can't talk to you directly but they want to talk about you behind your back and all that, I understand why you move on quickly. Okay, or why it seems like you do. Let's see. Okay, yeah, they feel it. Okay, pile number one, people are afraid to tell you that you live a, a reckless lifestyle. Okay, something about the people are all up in your business. So, do you even hang around that many people? Pile number one. I don't know if you do. You have like a social media presence, or whether you're an influencer or not. Um, I feel like people watch you heavily. You may not even know that, but like whatever you post online or tell people about, even if it's just the smallest thing, like you could say, "Hey, I went to the store earlier. I went to Walmart." People are going to take that and drag it. They're going to be like, "I bet she spent all this money. I bet she, or he, they spent 3 hours in the store just to get two items." Like they're talking about you. They're very concerned with what you got going on. Okay. So you might have like Leo placements in your chart too, especially if people naturally watch you, whether you like it or not. Okay. And then we have pregnancy test. Okay. And it says unsure, pregnancy scare, positive, negative. Okay. So, pile number one, people definitely they talk about you a lot, okay? And like I said, you could be the type of person who dates a lot or back to back, okay? And you don't really take time to heal. But people also could be wondering if you're pregnant, or if you did go public and tell people that you were having pregnancy scares or something like that. People definitely talk about how you should be more careful. Okay. Pile number one, people could also be very jealous of you. I'm seeing jealousy here. Because people treat you like you're a celebrity. They literally do. And you may not even know it. You could just be living your life how you want. And people are just very concerned about what you're doing. Okay? People do that. People are crazy. Okay? So don't underestimate at how much people watch you. Okay? So let's see. Yeah, and if you have kids, they're talking about your how you take care of your kids. Okay? Oh, people are afraid to tell you, oh my God, I hope this isn't all true about you, pal number one. But if you do have kids, be careful of child services or CPS. Okay, we have lawyer. Maybe people are in your business because maybe you do some stuff like that where people do feel like they should watch you. Okay, um, because it does seem kind of reckless here the way you live. Mm, okay, and yeah, we have mindful spending. People, I just because I did hear like unfit, like somebody thinks you're unfit. People are afraid to tell you that they think you're an unfit parent, an unfit lover, okay, an unfit friend. I don't know, maybe you have stability issues or mental health issues. You might experience like mania or something like that, cuz this kind of seems like a little bit like a manic episode. Okay, so something about that. Obviously, do not self-diagnose yourself, but some of you guys may struggle with things like that. Look, addiction. Okay, some of you guys could be addicts. It does give addict. I'm sorry, pal number one. It does kind of give addict. Like, if y'all have been here since the beginning of this video, Does that not sound like an addict? Okay. Um, Maybe that's why people watch you so often, because you kind of make yourself available to watch. Yeah. All right. So people, yeah, they want you to slow down, whether it's drugs, alcohol, money. Um, they're concerned for you. I feel like most of these people are concerned for you. Pile number one. Okay. So let's go to pile number two. Oh my goodness. That's not good. I mean, hopefully whoever that's about, pile number one, get the proper help, okay? And an addict doesn't have to mean you're strung out. Like, it doesn't have to mean you're incapable of living your life or going to work. A lot of addicts actually tend to live pretty normally. You can't necessarily tell at first, right? But then eventually it will start to show. All right. So I'm not saying any of y'all are necessarily at that point, and you don't have to take that message if you don't want to. Okay. um, Pick a different pile if you do not relate to that message at all. Okay. But that is what people are afraid to tell you. Pile number one. Let's go to pile number two. Let's see. Okay, 17 minutes. Let's go to pile number two. All right, let me make sure. All right, we're good. All right. All right, hello, pile number two. Welcome, welcome. All right, so if you chose pile number two, this is what people are afraid to tell you. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you have not already, and if you want a personal reading, you can always reach out to me through my email, okay? Information for all of that personal reading stuff is in my bio, okay? And make sure to look when I go live for personal readings, okay? Because I do readings live as well. All right, let's see. I kind of want to keep it to Oracle, okay? So I think I didn't use this one yet. Okay, pile number two. All right, pile number two. This is what people are afraid to say to you. They feel like you got a lot of legal stuff going on, okay? Or that you're very judgmental. You could have Libra or Virgo in your chart. People feel like you judge them a lot. Yeah, you read people down, okay? Like, you could just be someone who's naturally analytical, a Libra or a Virgo, okay? Um, oh, okay. Yeah, you read people very well, or you tend to read people or judge them, but when you read people, pile number two, it feels like you're judging them in a mean way, okay? Even if that's not your intention, people are afraid to tell you, like, hey, can you not comment on that? Or hey, you didn't need to say that, pile number two, okay? So let's see. Also, pile number two, people are afraid to tell you that, oh, that's not, that's mean. Well, it's not mean. See, that's kind of what I just said. So people could be afraid to tell you something, or they judge you for something, but then they judge you too, or they feel like you judge them, but they judge you too. Okay. Yeah, this is something. Okay, because I literally just heard. I'm gonna say it anyways. I literally just heard people are afraid to tell you that something you're doing diet wise is not working for you. I don't know if you're trying to start a diet, or if you're trying to keep up with a diet, or if you've been on a diet, or if you've been doing something that, is supposed to help with your health or your weight, they feel like it's not working, okay? Ugh. What's with all the judgment here? I feel like pile number 1 and 2. I mean, I understand pile number 1's judgment, but pile number 2, people. Okay, let's move on. What are people afraid to tell pile number 2? Also, they are afraid to tell you that they feel like you settle too much or you settle too soon, okay? So that could be in relationships, that could be in love, that could be in jobs, okay? People feel like you deserve more, but they won't tell you that, okay? Pile number 2, people are afraid to tell you that maybe you leave situations very angrily, okay? Some people wish that you wouldn't act the way you act when you leave people. Okay, so you could be someone who's very angry when a situation ends. Okay, so I mean, it depends on how it ended, right? But people are afraid to tell you that they're afraid of, oh my God, they're afraid of you like plotting on them. Like if you end a situation with somebody, whether it's a lover, friend, family member, whoever, they feel like they need to get away from you as soon as possible because now they're on your bad side and you're after them. They feel like you're about to do some shit or they never know what's next when it comes to you. Okay? Especially if you're someone who has dealt with a lot of legal situations, okay? I just heard I'm not afraid to go to jail. Okay, so we talked about that earlier in the Sagittarius reading. Maybe some of you guys are Sagittarius placements, don't have to be. Yeah, you're very brutal, okay? You're very ruthless when it comes to um when you're done wrong. And I mean, I guess it gets to a point, right? But you like revenge. People are afraid to tell you that they're afraid of you when they get on your bad side. Okay, so whether that's your goal or not, they're afraid of you. And that's why they feel like they need to stay away from you. You may never hear from these people again. As soon as they get on your bad side, um, and you cuss them out, you do something or you say something, they're like, oh shit, pile number 2's mad at me. I can never show my face around pile number 2 again. Like people almost get like embarrassed like a bad dog. Like if humans had tails, they would put their tail between their legs, okay? When it comes to you and your anger, okay? Or when they do you wrong. They feel bad, they feel guilty, but they won't tell you that. People are also afraid to tell you that sometimes they feel like you crave attention. But they do you wrong. I'm seeing the snake here. Pile number 2, people are crazy. This is what's frustrating because people will judge the hell out of you, or they'll say, oh, you're judging me, but then they'll judge the hell out of you. They make fun of your weight, they make fun of what you're trying to do for yourself or any skills you have. They say, oh, you're never going to get there. But as soon as you like say something to stand up for yourself, they want to be like, oh, you're seeking attention. But they're giving you attention and they're snaking you. They're being very rude to you. But then they want to flip it and try to say, well, we don't have time to worry about you. What are you talking about? They gaslight you. Yeah. Pile number 2, people gaslight the hell out of you. But they'll never admit that. So people are afraid to tell you that they kind of know what they're doing. They do certain things to purposely like piss you off or make you a victim. Literally. But then they act like, oh, I don't have time to look at pile number 2. I'm too busy. I got work to do. I got a family. I got kids. I'm too busy to worry about pile number 2. But then they give you all this negative attention. They do things purposely to poke at you. They snake you and they bully you basically. And then when you finally stand up for yourself or when you do something or say something about what they're doing to you, they want to say, "Oh, you're always attention seeking." So get away from these people if you have not already, okay? Pile number 2, because this is like real twisted. And I feel like you don't even do much. But when you do stand up for yourself, people get suddenly scared and then they want to flip the script and everything. Okay? Yeah, cuz now they're feeling rejected, so they feel the need to, make it seem like you did something when they actually did. Okay? I hope that makes sense. All right. And they watch you like crazy. Okay? Let's go to pile number 3. What the heck? This is some new energy um on my channel, but that's good though. We like new people too. Long as you're respectful. All right. All right. Yeah, look, I'm seeing in front of me. These are not your friends, pile number 2. You got real hidden and you got real fake friends. So if you have friends, if you hang around anybody still, I would release all of them. You can't trust not a soul in that friend group or that whoever this person is or people. They're not to be trusted. I feel like you know that already. So let them go officially. Pile number 3. What, I wasn't moving fast enough for y'all? Okay. All right, let's see. All right, pile number 3 is going to start at 27 minutes. Keep in mind, I will leave timestamps for y'all after this reading. Make sure to turn on the notification bell for all readings so that you can see when I go live for all my videos, because YouTube only sends out like 3 notifications a day. So don't miss out, okay? All right, pile number 3, last pile. All right, what are people afraid to tell? Pile number 3. Whoa. Okay, hello. What are people afraid to tell? Pile number 3. Oh, okay. Okay, they're afraid to tell you that you're very smart, but sometimes they feel like they can't support your actions, or they feel like you do dumb stuff when you're very smart. You know how you see that one friend or family member who's just like fucking up their life? And it's like, you had so much going for you. You had so much going for you. Um, so sometimes some people are afraid to tell you, like, you're going down the wrong path. But to be honest, pile number 3, if these people really cared, wouldn't they say that to you to your face? What is with this whole energy today in this reading of people just not? I mean, that's the subject of today's reading, is what people are afraid to tell you. But try to surround yourself with people who directly tell you things, okay? Um, so maybe we're highlighting some hidden weirdos in your lives, okay? So what else are people afraid to tell? Pile number 3. Some of you guys may play sports, okay? I'm seeing these people play basketball. People are afraid to tell you that maybe what does that say? Oh, you could be very flighty. um, yeah, and unpredictable. Yeah. People are afraid to tell you you should be more secure, or they feel like you should be doing something more secure instead of like engaging in more drama or things that they deem as drama. Okay, you may not see it as drama, but whoever is around you, yeah, they see it as drama. Okay, yeah, commitment. It came out reversed though, so I do feel like people are afraid to tell you that you need to commit to something or stop going back to something that no longer serves you or is not good for you. Okay, you may go back to a certain relationship or a certain situation that's toxic because that's what you know or something like that. Okay, it's familiar to you. But pile number 3, people are afraid to tell you that you need to do better. Okay. Oh, especially if somebody cheated or if you cheated. Okay, take that how it resonates if it does. But if somebody cheated on you and you keep going back to that person, yeah, people around you are afraid to tell you, like, why do you do that? Like, people see you as like, yeah, you might still like hook up with somebody, okay? Even if they betrayed you, cheated on you. Yeah, and this is not your soulmate, okay? People are afraid. You may feel like somebody's your soulmate, but you really just have a trauma bond, okay? It's not where you're supposed to be forever, okay? But you may go back over and over to someone because it's quote unquote secure, but it's not. It's what you know, okay? And you're not fated to be alone, pile number 3. I just want you to know that, okay? Um, that's just how you feel because you haven't necessarily found somebody new to make you regain faith in dating again, okay? So let's see. What are people afraid to tell pile number 3? Yeah, look, something to say, okay? Um, I feel like people eventually will have a conversation about, what they feel about you, but they're afraid to talk about it, okay? They're afraid to tell you some sort of truth, okay? Um, yeah, they want you to see your worth, pile number 3. People are afraid to tell you, like, you deserve so much more. Like I said earlier, you're very smart. You have a lot of potential, okay? I'm hearing scholarship, okay? Something about a scholarship, or if you had a scholarship and then I don't know if you rejected it. If you did reject a scholarship or some sort of like offer, um, to go down a different path or to do something else, people feel like that was very foolish. We have the fool here, okay? They're afraid to tell you, like, you chose love over. I'm hearing basketball. It's giving Troy Bolton, okay? You know how in the first movie his dad was like, get your head in the game, okay? That's y'all, pile number 3. But Troy, he wants to go and sing and he wants to go be with Gabriella and do that stuff, okay? I don't know if your dad is significant in your life or if your dad makes you feel bad for what path you chose, but if you ended up choosing love over some offer, people feel like you're foolish for that, okay? Even if the relationship didn't work out. Um, who everyone deserves a chance at love, so I kind of get it. But people are afraid to tell you that they feel like you went the wrong way, okay? And then we have your perfection. I feel like you're mesmerized by somebody who's just not a good person. Yeah, because it's one-sided. Okay, so if you are dealing with anybody romantic, people are afraid to tell you it's just not it. Okay, maybe this person who you're obsessive over or attached to, they have a different side to them. We have shadow here. Okay, maybe you haven't seen it yet, or maybe you refuse to acknowledge it. But everyone else around you can see, like, this is not a good person. Um, yeah, they're afraid to tell you that because they know that it would kind of destroy your perception of that person. Okay? Keep in mind, man or woman, yes, love is important in life sometimes, but don't let it don't let a man or woman dictate your future entirely, okay? You know how when people go to college and they're dating someone from high school, right? And they're like, "Are you going to come with me? Are you going to move to Arizona to live with me in my dorm? Are we going to still be together?" And then it's like most of the time they don't end up together, right? Maybe y'all did something like that. I don't know, but it ain't working. Okay, someone's not a good person. Everyone else around you sees it, and they're afraid to tell you you deserve better or you need to get away from them. Okay, I feel like that is true. You do need to get away from whoever this type of person is. Um, you'll find somebody else. All right. Sometimes you don't have to break up just because. Sometimes you can break up for any reason. To be honest, okay. Just because someone doesn't, I don't know, hit you or cheat on you, you could still break up. You don't have to be hit or cheated on to finally end something with somebody. Sometimes distance is a factor. Sometimes, you just are not on the same page anymore. Sometimes, um, You're just not feeling it, and that's a good enough reason to break up too. Okay, you guys need to chase your dreams. Pile number 3. We have my dreams here, and then we, and then we have you feel like home. Okay, so, ay. Um, for y'all, you don't have to listen to me, of course, but I would say follow your dreams. Go for the scholarship. Accept it. Go to school. Go get that job at that distance or whatever the case is. Love can wait a little bit. All right. And if you're dealing with a cheater or someone who doesn't treat you good, gives you the bare minimum, gives you breadcrumbs all the time, you can leave that idiot behind. Okay. It's not going to help you in your future. But what will help you is following this job or this scholarship or this offer. Okay. When you hold on to people who are not good for you, that hinders you way more than you think. Because you'll be years down the line wondering like what my life could have been if I had actually just taken that offer or gone that route. Okay. I hope that makes sense. Focus on your stability and your future, pile number 3, over love. That's what people are afraid to tell you. I feel like I'm telling you this. um, but yeah, you're worthy. You're not unworthy. Go do what you want to do in life. Not this person, okay? You can find somebody else. I'm talking about job wise, career, whatever. Hobby. Chase your dreams. If you give up on your dreams, you never know where you could be, okay? That's what I got for you guys. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, and I will see y'all later. Okay, I'm going to leave timestamps. I got them written down here. So thank you for joining. Welcome in, new people. Make sure to join the Cash App Live. Okay, my readings are going to be $11 per question for this month. Okay, for you guys to get a chance to win 5 free questions, I choose 2 winners. I'm wrapping the TikTok one up today, so I'm gonna give them a chance to get another chance to get their name in the jar over here. This is what it looks like. Okay, so information is always in my bio. Just follow those directions. Personal reading turnaround time is always 24 to 48 hours. Okay, so you guys have a great one. Thank you for joining. Like the video and subscribe.